Welcome back to the Right Corner YouTube channel. You are back again for the some Zim political updates. What are Zimbabwean politicians saying on X space, formerly Twitter? What are Zimbabwean prominent people saying on the some space? What is happening in Zimbabwe as a whole? What is happening in and outside Zimbabwe? Unfiltered information and updates, reporting it as it is here on the Right Corner YouTube channel. So please subscribe. Getting into business straight, Zimbabweans were having their elections on the 23rd and 24th of August 2023, and President Emerson Mnangagwa was elected and he won the election. President Mnangagwa he named the cabinet 7 days after his inauguration. So he announces his cabinet 7 days after the inauguration. And this always steered the reactions of people in and outside Zimbabwe. And among them is HOPEWELL, the multiple award-winning journalist who take it upon himself to post on his X account, formerly Twitter, that President Mnangagwa has named probably the worst cabinet in Zimbabwe's history, retaining Mutuli Ncube as finance minister and the worst ever sports minister, Kirsty Coventry. That's HOPEWELL. He goes on to say he also named his son Kudakwashe David Mnangagwa as deputy finance minister, Barbara Rosie as tourism minister, and his side Owen Ncube as Midlands provincial minister. He also named his nephew Tongai Mnangagwa as deputy minister. Ministers are from youth, Tino Machakaire, deputized by Junior Mupamanga; sports, Kirsty Coventry, deputized by Emily Josiah; environment, climate, Mangaliswa Ndlovu, deputized by John Paraza; tourism, there is Barbara Rosie, deputized by Tongai Mnangagwa; defense, Opam Chinguri, deputy Levi Maihlome; women's affairs, Monica Mchangwa, deputized by Jennifer Mhlanga; local government, Winston Chitando; foreign affairs, Frederick Shawa; home affairs, Kazembe; justice, Ziyambi, deputized by Obed Mazungunye; information, Jennifer Muswere; ICT, Tatenda Mavetera, deputized by Dingumuzi Puti; mines, Jemu Soda; higher education, there is Amon Murira, deputized by Simeli Zwezwe Sivanda. He goes on to mention that primary and secondary education, there is T. Moyo, deputized by Angeline Gata; public service labor, July Moyo, deputized by Miss Dina; industry and commerce, there is Sitembi Sonyoni; transport, Felix Mona; energy, Edgar Moyo; national housing, Daniel Gare, deputized by Yeukai Simbanegawi; lands agriculture, Anxious Masuka, deputized by Evangelist Peter Haritatus, deputized by again Davis Marapira; health, David Mombeshora; presidential affairs, Love Momatuke; skills, audit and development, Paul Mavima; provincial ministers, Ulawayo, there is Judith Ncube; Harare Charles Tavengwa; Masvingo Ezra Chadzamira; Midlands Owen Ncube; Manicaland Nokutula Matsikenyere; Marsh East A. Munjerengwi; Marsh West Miriam Chombo; Marsh Central Christopher Magomo; Marsh North Richard Moyo; Marsh South Evelyn Ndlovu. This was Hopewell Chingono. As he wrote, this was the new cabinet. This is the new cabinet as elected, as they were named by His Excellency President Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. And then Hopewell Chingono had to repost this on his X account Twitter. And then Xavier Kasukwere had to respond saying, "What did you expect?" And another one said, Nick Mangwana. We know Nick Mangwana is the permanent secretary on the Ministry of Publicity and Broadcasting. So someone was asking, Nick Mangwana, since we are not seeing his name in the cabinet list. And also Susan said, this boat is not going anywhere. Where is Nick Mangwana? What's your position? Another one, another Twitter user said, HDG Hope, can you or someone who knows do a detailed who is in this cabinet for us, please? Some of you have been out of the country too long. We don't know any of these guys other than that Mutuli and Kirsty are totally failures. But who are these people, please? Kanamaziva, then what? There is more wrong that the people are doing. These are people reacting to what Hopewell had posted. But however, Opam Chinguri had to post on her X account that she's really appreciating the ongoing process, as she wrote that, I appreciate the ongoing trust in my role and am eager to focus on the task of rebuilding our nation. The elections are behind us, and it's crucial for us as Zimbabweans to collaborate and strive for national prosperity. This was Opam Chinguri. And the minister, the former member of parliament for Norton constituents, Themba Mliswa, also reacted in another post saying, the blame for who is not appointed the minister or why a specific person has been reappointed is the prerogative and responsibility of the president. He was explicit about that when responding to the media, what direct beneficiaries of his trust. This was Paul Themba Mliswa, because people were saying there are 3 MNANGAGWAs in parliament. What does that mean to the people of Zimbabwe? He goes on to say, Themba Mliswa goes on to speak about the Ministry of Disabilities, which was not appointed. He said, for now, my comments on the new cabinet announced today is to ask for a ministry for the disabled, who constitute over 15% of the population. If the war veterans can be allocated a war ministry to represent their interests, why not the disabled also, Mr. President?